Hundreds of thousands of pilgrims tread the famous Camino de Santiago every year, hiking across a large network of ancient pilgrim routes that stretch across Europe and come together at the tomb of St. James in northwest Spain. Santiago, the Camino Within, is a movie featuring the spiritual journeys and profound experiences of pilgrims along the famous route. It hits theaters tomorrow. Joining us tonight is Bishop Donald Hying of the Diocese of Madison, Wisconsin, and the voice behind the Camino Within. Your Excellency, it's great to have you with us. Let's get right to it. Tell us about the movie and how you became involved.
Erin Berghaus, a good friend of mine of Ahava Productions, she founded Ahava Productions, is the one who both directed and produced the film. She's a convert to Catholicism. She's an artist and a musician, and she accompanied a group of young people that I walked the Camino with several years ago and put this beautiful film together. If you're not able to ever do the Camino, this is the next best thing, because it really gives you a sensory experience, not only the physical beauty, but also the spiritual beauty of such a pilgrimage.
That's great. What was it about St. James, you think, in his life that draws so many pilgrims to make this journey every year?
Certainly his connection to Jesus, that he was one of the three apostles that were at the Transfiguration, that were in the agony in the garden with the Lord. You know, it's always Peter, James, and John. It's kind of the inner circle. And secondly, I think his pastoral courage, his apostolic zeal in going to Spain, going to the end of the known world in order to bring the gospel to people who had never heard of the Lord. So there's something, there's a spirit of adventure with the gospel. There's this freshness of evangelization. And I think just the beauty of the way that leads to this remarkable cathedral. When you finally get there, you feel like you've entered the celestial city, as it must have appeared to medieval pilgrims after walking for months.
It's true. In full disclosure, I've only done a small section of the Camino, but I want to ask you, Bishop, it's a journey that goes across all of Europe, different parts. It's not always an easy journey. What is it about it? What happens to a pilgrim along the way, in your words?
I think it opens one's heart. There's people that walk the Camino for myriad of reasons, some not explicitly spiritual, but I think there's something transcendent and very physical and real. So you feel the pain of having walked 17 miles. You feel the exhaustion. You see the beauty. You get dirty. You get sweaty. In our virtual world, I think people are longing for something that is just fundamentally real. And it really puts us in touch with the sacramentality of Catholicism. You know, we have saints, we have buildings, we have statues, we have Camino routes. It hits all of the senses, and I think going on a pilgrimage, walking the way of St. James, just is the sensory experience of the richness of our Catholic faith.
And as we mentioned, the movie hits theaters tomorrow. What do you hope the takeaway will be for viewers?
I think a sense of just simply God's beauty, truth, and goodness, the apostolic antiquity of the church that is still with us, and hopefully it will inspire many people, Catholic and non-Catholic alike, to look at the Catholic faith with a new, fresh perspective, that this is not simply something that restricts our freedom or diminishes our joy, but it's a reality that opens us up to the beauty of God himself, and that we too can be apostolic in our response to Christ.
Well, we're looking forward to the film. Bishop Donald Hying, great to have you with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.